Hey guys, it's Rachel, and I forgot to record an intro for this video. But if you want to know how to get this halo eye look, just stay put, you're in the right spot. Let's get started. So I've already primed my face and my eyelids. I didn't really film it because it was just me wiping my face with my fingers. But the first thing I'm going to do is my brows, just because it kind of really bothers me when I'm doing my eyeshadow and my brows aren't in place, so I'm going to do that first. I'm using brow powder and a angled brush, and I'm kind of roughly and quickly just filling in the brows very naturally, and then I'm gonna go kind of define it and give it a lot more structure using a pomade after. Wow, this brow is not natural anymore. Okay, now that I've filled in my brows with powder, I'm going to take a pointed eyeliner brush and underline the bottoms using pomade. I'm laying the brush flat and then kind of letting it do all the work and just dragging it along. And I'm going to clean this up with concealer in a little bit, so I'm not too concerned. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's easier for me to just like move my head instead of the brush. I don't know. Making it a lot harder than it really needs to be, maybe, probably. Using a foundation, a stick foundation, and a lip brush, I'm going to clean up under my brows. Now I'm taking a cream brush. It's an oval brush. Oh, there's something on it. And I'm just using that to blend out the foundation I just put down. This is like the first time I've ever used or ever owned a oval brush, and they're actually really cool. Next, I'm going in with some face powder on my finger and just swiping it all over the eye area, making sure that the area is dry and silky and ready for eyeshadow application. The first eyeshadow I'm taking is a matte white eyeshadow just to put under my brow bone. So this acts like a little gate between the shadows I'm going to put down in the crease and stuff and my brows. Now that I have the white eyeshadow on, what I'm going to do first is kind of map out where I want the crease to be using a small brush. And feel where my eye sinks into the socket, and I'm going to put it right in that little spot right there. You see that? And this is just a little kind of like half moon, half arc. And I'm going to try to make sure that they're kind of sitting in the same height on both eyes, since my eyes are kind of like different shapes. And sometimes they won't be even, so I'm just gonna look in the mirror, make sure that the rough draft is good to go, and like the base, the layout is good to go before I continue on. It's not, perfect and not the same like millimeters, excuse me, from the brow, but that's totally fine. Moving on. Next, I'm taking the lightest color I'm going to use. So what I like to do with oranges is I like to blend them out with yellows. So I'm taking matte yellow on a fluffy brush and kind of going over what I just did, but mostly focusing on bringing the shape out towards this direction. So I'm putting it here where I put the orange, but I'm also kind of bringing it out here as well, kind of towards the tail of my brow. And since I'm doing foundation after this, I'm going pretty far out because I want this to be a nice kind of winged shape, even though it's going to be a halo, but I'm bringing it kind of past, like here. Next, I'm taking the orange into the outer V and wiggling it diagonally from the lash line towards the tail of my brow. So I'm just kind of going in this like straight diagonal direction. I'm not doing circular motions or windshield wiper, I'm just wiggling it like this way, like Z's. I'm doing Z's or switchbacks if you hike. And the color scheme that I'm doing is orange is the middle color or the mid color, and then yellow is the lightest color I'm going to use. I'm not including the brow highlight because I'm not going to include that into the color scheme. And then there's going to be a dark color and then like the darkest color. So my dark color is going to be red and the darkest color is going to be purple. And I'm laying down the orange where I'm going to put the red and the purple later, so it all kind of blends together, and the purple and red kind of have some orange pigment to blend out with, so it all looks nice and smooth. And I'm just taking the fluffy blending brush and doing Z's towards the tail of my brow just to blend it out into the yellow. I wouldn't say this is like a very quick and easy look if you haven't noticed already. This is definitely kind of the look you want to do when you have a lot of time because it takes a lot of blending. This is definitely one of those labor intensive looks. Now I'm taking red and I'm putting it right in the outer V. I'm not going as high up as I did with the orange. I'm keeping it closer to the lash line, and I'm still doing Z's just so I can keep it nice and controlled in one area. I don't want to bring it in over this way. I just want to keep it in one section. So I just do Z's. Do you remember like when you were a kid and you were drawing with a graphite pencil and you like would lay it down and you'd like color in a big thing like that? That's basically the kind of movement I'm trying to recreate. I'm just shading in this area and I don't want it to get all over the place. I want it very controlled in one spot. So I'm just doing very light Z's and laying the brush flat. So it's mostly like the side of the brush and not the tip that's doing the blending. And then taking the blending brush and just going over everything, making sure that the red is nice and smooth into the orange and the yellow. Taking purple on a flat brush, I'm just going to swipe downwards and keep this very close to my lash line. And I'm doing this because the purple is the darkest color and I don't want it to go up too much. So that's why, oh fuck, that's a lot. That's why I'm using a flat brush so it doesn't, you know, move anywhere too much. I'm just gonna fix that issue by matching the pigment on both sides. And then I'm gonna use that pointed pencil brush to blend it out. And I just picked up some more of the purple eyeshadow and I'm blending it in. I don't want to go past the socket line, so I'm just keeping it very, very close to the lash line. Taking the same flat packing brush, I'm just drawing in the inner third of my eye and following the shape of my actual eyeball using the red color. And I'm not going past halfway through. And then quickly cleaning off the brush and picking up a little bit of the purple. Because it's the darkest one, I'm going to put that in the same spot, but a little bit in more, so it's not going to the edge of the red I just created. It's leaving a little bit of that red untouched. And I'm just adding the shadow a little bit closer away, you know, like that way. And then picking up the red again and then going over the purple I just put down. So now I'm looking at what I have going so far, and it seems kind of very harsh right here, and then it's not going this direction enough. So I'm taking orange on the blending brush and I'm going to just focus this on the outer, kind of like this part, and arch it like this so the whole shape moves towards the arch of my brow. The shape I'm going for, I would say, is like a water droplet, like this. So I want this to be close and then kind of open up like that. So that's why I'm trying to build the, oh, it's shaped like a beauty blender. Yeah, so I'm just trying to push the color out more to fill out the butt of the beauty blender. You know what I mean? Next, I'm going to do the pop of color. Is there a word for the center? I'm going to use a gold pigment and I'm putting it on my finger, and I'm going to just kind of feel where my eye sticks out the most and then kind of like do circular motions there. I find that using my finger instead of using a brush gives a more like realistic effect when I'm doing halo eyes. Like with a brush it just looks too harsh, like it just looks like a square, and I don't like that. And buffing it in circular motions using my finger, it naturally goes towards like the high point of my eyeball, and it looks more realistic on me. I think it's because I could feel the high point of my eyes more, so I could focus that pigment to that section. Okay, so this is just the base, because now I'm going to blend, you know, these edges here, these borders here. It's my like pet peeve. I'm gonna try to blend that a little bit. When I blend the edges here, I know I'm gonna get rid of some of the gold pigment, so that's why I know that's just like the the first draft of the gold. What I think makes this look for me so much better than a normal halo eye is I'm not connecting the middle here, you know? I'm not doing this motion. I'm leaving this middle section just to be the orange, which is the mid color, and I'm leaving the red and the purple to the outer corner. So it's not really connecting and closing off my eyelid area, and I feel like it opens it up, especially because I have hooded eyes, a lot more. Now I'm just going to pat more gold pigment into the center. I'm going to put on foundation, concealer, and all that, and I'm just going to fast forward through it because it's like really boring. I'm applying my foundation using a damp beauty sponge and then just buffing that out before I apply my concealer, and then using the same sponge to blend it out, and then just disaster. But, you know, it works out in the end. Don't worry about it. I always fuck up, so it's all good. Now that the face is done, I'm going to go back and finish my eyes. First, I'm going to take orange on the tip of the packing brush and just line from the inner corner to the outer corner of my eye. Sorry for like the super dark circles and bags right now. I've had 3 cups of coffee today and I still feel like I'm asleep. So I think I just need to go to sleep. Next, I'm taking the red. I'm going to put that in the outer third of the lower lash line and connect it to the outer V of the top part of my eye. And then use the fluffy blending brush to blend it out and into the top part of my eye and connect it all together. Totally optional, but since I look dead right now, I'm going to put a cream eyeliner on my waterline just to make my eyes look a little less tired. For this look, I am not doing a wing. Can we just have a moment of silence about that? I'm just doing a very thin line of black eyeliner, mostly so my false lashes have somewhere to hide it in. Before I apply my false lashes, I'm just curling my eyelashes, my real ones, and then applying mascara so they're just out of the way. I'm going to finish off the look using some orange lipstick because why not? I feel like everything I do is like a rough draft because I'm just like slapping this on and putting a lot of pigment on, because then I'm going to go back with a lip brush and kind of make everything precise. And I'm doing this because I don't have an orange lip pencil. This orange lipstick just made me look really white in the camera, but it's because this lipstick is like neon orange, so it kind of ruined the white balance. Do I regret the orange lipstick? Just for the video. In real life, I'm not like pasty white, I'm like tan. But yeah, this is the completed look. I hope you guys liked this video and my technique on doing halo eyes for, you know, hooded or small eyes. This is kind of the first time I've done halo eyes where I don't totally hate it on myself, because I feel like normally halo eyes kind of make my eyes look smaller, if that's even possible. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this video if you did, and if you like colorful makeup and you don't mind a bit of foul language in every single video, you should subscribe to my channel because I'd love for you to join in and hang out and we could fuck around and do makeup. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!